Wow, okay, this is it. This is it. This is the Milo show. We're 2 episodes in. Thank you for watching. My guest today is a man, a singer-songwriter. His name is Matt Jones. Matt, you've got probably 100 stories you could tell.
Yeah.
But you're here because you're in the middle of archiving 100 other stories from 100 other people.
Mm-hmm.
You're working on something called the River Street Anthology.
Yeah.
Tell us about this in one sentence. What is it?
It's a.
An articulate sentence.
I've been. I don't want to just dish you the same sentence, but
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Okay.
It's a snapshot of the musical landscape in Michigan.
The whole mitten.
Yeah.
Do you want to go up to the Upper Peninsula?
Oh, I've been up there. Yeah.
Okay. So you're inviting numerous people to your place, usually,
Yeah.
to your basement,
Mm-hmm.
to set up with you, recording them,
Yeah.
and they're just going to sing for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've done this 75?
150.
150.
Yeah. I was the 150th. Yeah. People come in and they sit and they have one little condenser mic in front of them, and they have me in front of them.
You're auditing them.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
totally. And they, they have to play one song in one take.
And this runs the gamut of genres.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
who you've seen. Like, give me some examples of how disparate these styles are, and
Right.
flavors.
Well, I have everyone from, so far I've had just a mountain of singer-songwriters, of acoustic singer-songwriters, and I've had 9-piece Balkan marching bands in the basement, just bouncing off the walls.
These dudes are just coming down your stairs.
Yeah, with sousaphones and stuff.
mhm.
Yeah, and I've had hip hop, I've had jazz, I've had spoken word. One guy like Pat Elkins, he had a guy playing wind sounds on a keyboard while he just made a speech about frogs.
We should say also that you're also a singer-songwriter for
Yeah.
the last 15 years.
Mm,
And for a good chunk from 05 to 11, 12, 13, you were putting albums out.
Yeah.
You were touring.
Yeah.
You were trying to play shows.
Yeah.
Now you're like, I'm going to put my guitar down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't-
I don't know. That's something that just happens over and over. I'm starting to be okay with the fact that that's going to happen over and over the rest of my life. I'm going to be into it sometimes, and I'm going to be driving full force. But then other times I'm going to be just crying into my pillow at night because I think it's over.
Yeah.
Confederating again, the shaggy long-toothed man. You close your eyes and you smile, swallowing by trading these fixes for friends.
3 years.
So that's one role for
Yeah.
you to be in. Sounds
Right.
neurotic. But now you're a chronicler.
Yeah.
You're Alan Lomax.
It's way more fun.
You're Matthew Brady.
Mm-mm.
You're here to capture a lot of shit that's going on.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, yeah. Can we swear?
I think we can.
Okay.
So that's kind of a thing, letting people come into your house. You get like anxious about that because you're kind of like a talk show host at that point. They're coming
Yeah.
into your stage.
Yeah.
So how are you approaching that
I had to
aspect of your life?
I've had to develop a little routine of my own where there has to be, we might have talked about this at some point,
But they haven't heard that.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
About that. There's got to be a period before they start playing where there's talking.
Yeah.
Usually it's me sort of fumbling around with the gear. I don't even pretend to be a sound engineer. The most awkward part of this for me is going to be bumbling around trying to place the mic And it is.
You're partners with them. Like,
Yeah.
you're here helping me make this
Totally.
compilation.
Yeah, they're not on the spot like that.
You're not
won't
Phil
put-
Spector.
No, I won't put anybody on the spot or even give them the slightest chance of being thrown under the bus in any way.
You're not ready to say that you're greater than Phil Spector. You're not ready to say
No,
that yet.
no,
Okay.
I don't think I can say that yet. I
Okay.
don't know if I want to.
But enough about you.
Yeah.
Them. Talk about them.
Yeah,
Talk about
yeah.
the music they're making for you or giving you.
I mean, there's been so much that I can say that listening to everybody play like this and just being in such close proximity, it's really tough to pick out specific songs at this point,
Mhm.
but I can say that just the fact that they come over and they get so excited about it,
Mhm.
even if that excitement is just them being so anxious and almost bailing on the appointment maybe, but they show up and they do it and they love it. I don't know. It's I wanted it to be something for all these other musicians, but it's turned into them definitely doing something, doing me a service as well.
Mm.
You know,
So it is all about you.
yeah, totally.
So have you thought about how you're going to start releasing this? Or are you waiting to like throw it all out at once?
To be honest, just when I started it, I thought a lot more about how I was going to put it out
Mhm.
and how there's going to be a release show or something, and it was going to be fun and it was going to be a party. But it's since settled down into just a real historical document, and I'm doing everything to kind of shore up its purpose as that, as a real piece of archival documentation. And so how am I going to put it out? I have no idea yet. I don't know. I mean, I can't even start thinking about the end game until I've been to every part of the state. So if I didn't make it up to, Alma, I'd feel like I couldn't stop. So that's what it's gonna take.
But also make sure not to drive yourself crazy.
I'm going there a little bit now, but but
Okay.
I'm definitely starting to lose perspective and completely come apart at the seams.
But having fun. Matt Jones, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Hey, Jax.
Hey there, Jeff.
Hey, all right. We're here with the Milo Show, and my next guest is Jax Anderson of the band Flint, Eastwood. Thanks for being here, Jax.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, this is an exciting year for you. It's an exciting season. You have a new EP coming out called Small Victories,
I do.
and this is a big deal because you've been playing shows. We've been seeing the band. We've been keeping up with the band, but this is actually the first batch of new music in a while.
It is.
Tell us about that and how that feels.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
It feels really good to finally have a finished product that I'm very proud of. I never want to release anything that's something that I don't fully believe in. And these songs are definitely an evolution. They're definitely something that I'm proud of, and I'm excited to give them to people.
Find what you're looking for.
hmm
That's like a new level for you, especially production-wise. Was that produced at the new studio, the new church?
Yeah,
Can you tell us about that?
It was produced at Assemble Sound,
Mhm.
which is in Corktown.
Yeah.
It's right next to the train station. It's an awesome space. It's an awesome space. They've created a studio for Detroit musicians to really learn how to collaborate and really promote collaboration. And so it was the first track that was created in that studio. It's been around since the beginning of this year, and it was just this kind of natural thing that came about out of just a space that was very inspiring. The topic of the song is very personal to me. It's about the passing of my mother. The whole EP is about the different processes of the passing of my mother. And this one is the kind of the first step of the initial last words that someone speaks to someone and how it can affect somebody and how it really sticks to somebody. It's a really powerful song for me personally, and hopefully it connects with other people the same.
How intense is that? I mean, to have that experience and to hear those last words the next day. I mean, how do you even get started on a piece of work like this? It's just, I can't even process it.
It was, I feel like it was a necessity for me almost, because that's kind of how I just process anything,
Right.
is to just go into a studio and write about it, because I'm very much the type of person where that's where I'm the most honest. But yeah, every part of that song I feel like was a step forward, and it was a step in a good direction. It was a step in a healing process.
Yeah, I mean, just those wordless notes that you're singing before the chorus. It just sounds cathartic. It just sounds like it sounds like a religious experience, almost.
I mean, it's a crazy thing, because no matter, my whole life I've always been very involved in religion. A lot of my relatives, like both of my grandfathers and my grandmother, and I have an uncle and a cousin who are all pastors. My oldest brother's a pastor. Like, it's something that's always been around. And having the EP created in Assemble Sound, which is Detroit's second oldest church,
Right.
It's just this very religious experience in itself. So I think naturally it just came out because that's just what it was. It was
Right.
It was very much unintentionally involved with religion.
Right. Flint Eastwood. How will we capture that essence? Is it pop? Is it rock? I mean, what does it feel like for you? And does it feel like this time around a lot more of you is going into the songs more than ever before?
I like to describe the new sound as alternative pop that never sleeps.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to describe it. It's definitely pop. I want people to remember the songs after a first or second listen. I want people to dance. I want it to be something that makes them feel good, but I also want it to be a very introspective thing. I want it to be something that makes people question certain things and how they view even pop music. A lot of people have this attitude towards pop music that it's something that's not respectable, I guess.
Right.
But I think that there are a lot of bands out there that really offer a lot to the conversation of just anything in life, that it can be a good thing. But yeah, I think my heart's always been with pop music. Flint Eastwood was kind of branded as a rock band just because when we released Late Nights and Bullet Ties, it was this thing where we needed to get 4 songs out. They were all cohesive. They all happened to be rock songs, but if you look at my previous material, it's always been pop.
Right.
So this to me feels like the most honest version of myself as an artist, and I'm very excited about kind of going down that path and seeing what happens, you know? Because this is a path I've never gone down. I've never been a pop musician, and it's really exciting. I'm very excited for it.
The lead single, Find What You're Looking For, you made a music video for that. Can you tell us about the experience?
It was an awesome experience. Shane Ford directed it. He's from Detroit.
Yeah?
He came to me and was just like, Garrett Kohler from Assemble Sound sent him over the EP. And Shane immediately picked out that song, and he's like, I have to do a video for it. He had been looking to get back into doing music videos. So the overall concept of the video was to go along with the idea of the song, which is my mother's last words and how they affect you. And so the television that the subject is watching those are actual videos from my childhood. So we ripped some VHSs and played those throughout. So she's watching the screen, and I'm kind of in this other world trying to hold back these thoughts of death and hold back like the negative notions, but they keep creeping into her world.
And you have this iridescent light over you.
Yes, yeah. So
Very
that,
powerful.
yeah, kind of to simulate that I'm not in a reality type setting, and so these creatures keep coming and coming and coming, and the subject that's watching the TV, her hands begin to turn black, and that's a symbolism for when my mom was basically on her deathbed. I was there the night that she passed, and the nurses told me, when you know that she's close, her hands will start to turn colors. So this is kind of symbolizing the death is near.
That's quite a conversation to start with your fans. It's one thing to say that, you know, you want to make a good song that's anthemic and makes them feel good and makes them dance, but talk about going that extra mile, engaging them with a thought-provoking subject like that to get them to.
I think a lot of times art, it just isn't tangible. I think the whole purpose of art isn't to produce something physical. It's to produce a feeling and to kind of make people think about life in a different way, and kind of encourage people to think outside of what they're used to, or to comfort or to give them an emotion. And that's how I kind of approach every song. I don't want it to ever just be go out and buy things, or
Right.
like, look how awesome I am.
Right,
Which
right.
eventually I might write a song like that, because maybe sometimes I will personally need to write a song for myself to convince myself to be like, hey, you're not
Right.
screwing up in life. You're not a screw up. You can do great things. But I think that with art, there's such a platform that you can help people, and it's so easy to just do it. It's so easy to write songs that will positively affect people rather than negatively. And my hopes for this is to open up the conversation of like, pain is real.
Right.
It's something that exists in every person's life, but none of us talk about it, and it's ridiculous that we don't. Like, there's some people that I see at the bar every single weekend, and I don't even know what their siblings' names are, and I think that's ridiculous. As humans, we need to have that community. We need to have that space where we can connect. We need to be honest with each other, and I'm hoping that these songs will give people the bravery to do what I'm doing, because I'm bearing my heart and soul, and that's hard.
That's what I liked about you, because the idea of being a pop band or a rock band and you having a crowd full of 100 to 200 people, you might not actually get to meet any of them, but you truly do. You want to meet them face to face.
I
You
do.
want those conversations.
I do, because whenever I meet people at a live show, a lot of times it's the people's main reaction, just come and be like, hey, you had a great show.
Right.
Can I get your signature? Like, I like, okay, yeah, you can meet me. I get my name. I want to know your name. I
Right.
want to know where you're from. I want to know what you're into. I think entertainment can be something that's very shallow, and it doesn't have to be.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I think it's important.
And then you get to play CMJ.
Yeah.
Talk about the future. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to everything, Jeff.
Yeah?
Looking
Yeah.
forward to everything.
Yeah.
CMJ's gonna be awesome. I played CMJ a couple years back when my band was originally called Apple Trees and Tangerines, so way back. But CMJ is an awesome festival. It's like South by Southwest, but a lot smaller, a lot more intimate, I feel like. And so we're doing CMJ. We're playing a lot of shows just around the Midwest region, releasing a lot more videos. We've got another video coming out in the next couple weeks that's going to be really, really awesome with another
Right.
Detroit filmmaker.
All right.
Which is going to be sweet. And so, yeah, just continuing to create content, continuing to have conversation with people, continuing to play shows, and hopefully affect people's lives in a positive manner.
All right. Small Victories, the EP, out October 23rd. Jax Anderson, Flint, Eastwood. Thanks, Jax.
Thanks for having me there.
Cheers.
Is where you find what you're looking for.
I'm looking for Zander, Michigan. He's around here somewhere. You seen him? Folk singer type. He's got a fancy hat, bow tie, guitar. You check that guitar out, and I believe it's overdue, so he's got to get it back soon.
When it rains, it snows, any grass don't grow, any river don't flow. Rivers come and they go in, Michigan. And we made some cars, and we live in bars, and everywhere's far, and we praise the rock stars in Michigan. And I ain't never going back home, and I ain't never going back home. And we're veering off course as we drink with remorse, and the people we endorse, they are worse than any horse in Michigan. And the governor sighs as the people all cry, and the bums they die because the liquor has run dry here in Michigan. And I ain't never going back home, and I ain't never going back home. And Jimmy cracked corn cause his shoes were worn, and his heart is torn, his love was dead and he say he was born in Michigan. And his stomach churns with the lessons learned, and his heart it yearns for the summer to burn in Michigan. And I ain't never going back home, and I ain't never going back home. guess I'll just go back. I guess I'll just go back on home now. I guess I'll just head back home.
Well, I hate your life, I hate your love, well, I hate your mind and all the things you think of.
Ryan,
Hello, Milo.
how's it going?
It's terrible, the usual.
Okay, great. Well, this is Ryan. Ryan is my next guest, Ryan Cox. I'm excited to have you here because I feel like I know you very well, but some of the viewers out there might not
Most or all.
have any idea who you are.
I wouldn't expect it.
But you've got a lot of interesting things to talk about.
Sure, maybe.
But we should probably start with the fact that you have a pocket protector on right now.
Oh yeah, I always wear
That-
protection.
Oh, is that it?
Mm.
How long have you? How long has that been a thing? What do you love
No.
most about it? Is it comforting? Is it like a security blanket?
You know, it is a little bit. It's kind of an extension of my beard. One I can write with, you know. It's where most of my power comes from anyway.
Writing is a lot of mostly what you do. That's the core of what you do. Can you
It's
talk
storytelling. Storytelling. I'm not a great writer, but I can tell stories, you know.
Well, you're in the middle of organizing something right now called Drabbled.
Yes,
Can you
Drabbled.
Tell us about Drabbled and all the writing that goes on in there.
Well, Drabbled is it's a writing tournament and collection of stories from anyone who wants to write a story.
Writing tournament.
Yeah. It's there's no. I mean, there's really people can win, but you don't win anything. I don't have anything to give you.
This isn't like a Bruce Lee game of death.
No, I mean maybe we should do it like that. That could be the theme next time.
All right.
Yeah. So anybody can submit drabble.com, and that's a 100-word story. That's what a drabble is.
100 words.
Got to
and
be
that's
100 words.
all you get for your short story.
That's what you
To
get.
submit into the tournament
Mm-hmm.
to be voted on.
Yes. But I act as editor, and the idea is to bring stories out of people who maybe don't write, don't have any history with writing, maybe never told a story in their life. But the idea is that everybody's got them. You know, you watch a movie and you say, well, what if this would have happened? Well, if you answer that, then you got a drabble, you know, and I'll help you form it so it's a little more presentable and publish it. And I want to publish everybody, so everybody gets published. It's
I'm
nice.
a little get it.
You know, I could use a drink as well.
Great. So as I said, you're a writer.
Yeah, sure.
You're also songwriter,
Oh yeah.
teacher,
Yeah.
aspiring film critic, director.
Whatever you want.
Everything.
I'll do it.
Tell me more about what you do, because you used to be in a band. Now you're still sort of in a band.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can call it that.
This band is called The Good Things.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
The Good Things. Sort of a sarcastic name, I suppose. Ooh, that's a good one. Here, let me tell you off there.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, the Good Things. That's me. It used to be more people, but now it's not.
Now it's just you.
Now it's just me.
Guitar,
And-
drums, vocals.
Yeah, and whatever else.
Bass,
Mostly
piano.
just keep throwing instruments out there. I don't play any of them, but they're all on the record.
Hand
And I
clap,
play all of them.
harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
All you produce
Yeah.
it all yourself.
Absolutely. It's not very well. I call it garbage pop because I got most of my instruments from the garbage because, you know, poor, that's the thing. So I sound like music.
DIY.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, you know, if you're throwing anything out, let me know. Everything makes noise, you know, so like that could be a good sound. I don't know. I got weird stuff going on in my head, and I'm not really a very good musician, but we have computers now, and cheap microphones, and I can pretend that people are listening by using Bandcamp and Facebook, and so I'm a celebrity in my head now.
You sound like a band that knows what it's doing.
That's nice of you to say.
I know.
Or maybe it's a little insulting.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll take it as both.
You're all right. So you have the good things.
Mm-hmm.
You are also a musical teacher or a musical encourager in a way.
Encourager, that's a good one. I like that.
Another project of yours is called the Detroit Sound Machine, where you work with 10 and 11-year-olds.
Any age, really, but mostly
12-year-olds.
It's like we'll say 7 to 14, usually.
Okay.
That's the main idea. But
so it's like
maybe I'll run it at
camp.
a bar for kids, or not at a bar for kids. Well, that would be an interesting concept. I don't know. We'll see about that one.
Okay, that's next week.
We'll talk about sensible alcohol use, But yeah, it's because I'm not a musician. I mean, I make music, but I think it's kind of an insult to musicians to call me that.
You're extremely self-deprecating.
That's the best part of it.
Anybody else has picked up on
reliable. It's honest and it's reliable. So with the Detroit Sound Machine, basically, I can't be a musician very well, and there's a lot of people that haven't maybe become or have any interest in being a musician, but everybody's got music. It's the physics. Music follows physics as everything, and neurologically, we put a person in an MRI and listen to music, the whole brain lights up. So it's in there. It's in everybody. It's part of being a human. So I'll draw it out of you in the same way I draw it out of myself, and then you got a single for the rest of your life. The kids and I write and record a song in a few hours, and there you go.
So about the Detroit Sound Machine, you got a group of kids together, picked up an instrument, maybe they didn't even know how to play the instrument, and then they record a song, and they put out a single.
Yeah.
And that's something that they achieved.
Everybody's dancing and we're stomping on the ground. My heart is pounding when I'm moving to the sound. On the bass and let it go, turn it up and down low.
That was the whole inspiration.
Yeah.
You wanted to inspire people.
Sure.
Which is kind of what you are doing with travel.
Yeah.
Try writing.
That's exactly it.
Look what I did with this. Look what I did with this Good Things record.
Exactly. If I can do it, anybody can do it. That's the whole point. So now I'm going to try to get other people to do it.
And you make more projects for yourself.
Yeah, I got about 9 of them going.
Do you relax ever? Are you comfortable? Right now?
No.
Okay.
Nope. No. It took a second, but no.
No.
I was there for a second. That's why I had to think about it, but no.
Good Things album.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future?
It's happening.
Self-titled?
I think it's going to be called I Am the Good Things.
Okay.
So a kind of quasi-self-titled.
It took 2.5 years, but you did put some songs on the internet.
Well, it took 7 years, really, but 2.5 since I raised some money from Kickstarter. Those fan funding, it's a website.
You're resourceful.
Sure. Yeah, I don't have any money. Somebody else is going to have to pay for what I do.
You read a lot, though.
Yeah.
That's the root of your resourcefulness.
Actually, I don't read that. Well, it depends on what you mean by that. I read a lot of,
I've heard that you've read textbooks.
Oh, yeah, I love reading
textbooks. Teach yourself how to record these things.
Sure.
I don't have that attention span.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have OCD, but at the same time, I can take in a lot of information. I like that. That calms me. So maybe I do relax when I'm studying. That's weird.
You did finally put some songs on the internet, though, so people can hear finally what it sounds like.
I did. That might have been a mistake. I probably should have thrown them all at people at once so they didn't know it was coming. And then kind of just, all the hits that would show up on the website would be like, oh, people love it.
It's like in Jaws when the shark pops up or the dead body pops up before the shark, and everyone's sort of scared by that dead body reveal.
I think it would be the dead body thing.
Yeah, your songs.
More the dead body.
Now when you're ready to bring the shark out, everyone's going to be like, well, we're not scared anymore.
Yeah, maybe. That's interesting.
Something Spielberg.
But I'm not sure if anybody's listened to it but you.
Oh, well.
My mom's listened to it. That's 2 people.
We might play some songs for the people who tune in to
Well,
the show.
that's your fault.
I know.
Staring through your window, can I
Almost.
Okay.
Yes. Hold on.
Alright. Oh my. We've been talking to Ryan Cox of The Good Things and many other projects. Thank you. And this has been the Milo Show. We just did episode 2.
How about that?
Thanks, Blake.
Thanks for having me.
Alright. We were speaking with Matt Jones, who's been working on the River Street Anthology. Currently, he's over at Lo and Behold Bookstore in Hamtramck, where he's doing a live recording session with Detroit musicians. Let's go over there and check it out.
Yeah, dog. I'm ready, dog. Almost quit time. One more hour to go. I wanna go. I wanna go. Almost quit time.